What up, what up? It's Eddieblcc with the final video to the Kellogg's Monte Carlo NASCAR. This is the Terry Labonte. Man, this car's like maybe about 19, 20 years old. I think it's 94, 95. I know it's about 19 or 20 years old. Fellow builder Redneck 7381, shout out to you and thanks for giving me this kit, man. I don't know what we did, made some kind of trades ago, maybe 2 years ago. I had this, but now I finally decided to put it together. But I better hurry up and get into it because it's a lot of detail and I don't want to hold you forever. But yep, that's Eddieblcc, and thank you to all my subscribers, everybody who watching, leaving all the comments and stuff like that. I really appreciate it. And yeah, just keep watching the video. I got some more builds coming. The snowplow truck that I did, that was one of the autism awareness contests. When I had entered that contest, I had won a couple of models from that contest, and the snowplow truck happened to be one of them. So shout out to JC Klein for those cool models that you guys sent me. And also I had a couple more from the contest that I'm also going to be building. There's two more. They're both going to be lowriders. But yep, it's Eddieblcc, and it's the final video to the NASCAR. But did up Eddieblcc style, like street style. Alright, here we go. I got I sanded the body all the way completely to smoothness. I got this gas cap on there. That's removable, but I'll remove that maybe at the end of the video. I'll show some more of the car. And also there's these are watch parts that I polished myself. I polished them out and I got them to I made them like the caps. This is the oil reservoir right here. It's a very big oiler box up in there, but it's supposed to be that color, and it didn't have a cap, but I drilled the hole. The hole actually goes all the way through, and I put the watch, the watch pin that sets the time or whatever settings a watch will have. That's one, and this is another larger one. You can see I polished it a little bit. It has a shine to it, you can kind of see. But yeah, so that's what's going on with that. And also I got the tag and I got the speakers in there. Give me a second, I'll pick my camera up and I'll kind of hold it. And I took the screen and I also added it right here. On the other video you guys had saw that I just did it up front right there, but I had went back and I also did up here. Those are custom lines. They're supposed to be like part of the roll cage, but they have to be hand painted. They have like a rise to them on the other side, but you have to hand paint them. And so that's what I did. I got that in there. Used my steadiest hand I can get. It came out pretty cool looking. You can see the speaker grills up in there. The photo etch speaker grills. So much detail in here. But yep, this is how it came out. Also, I went ahead and I did a little hinging on it. I hinged the hood, the trunk lid. I made that open up like that. Got that to open it. I did the front hood. I also got that guy to open it up. It can't stay up. Well, I can open it all the way and it'll stay open like that. But yeah, I got the hood hinged in the back. So just wanted to show you guys that I didn't even have to do that because the whole top lifts open anyway. But yeah, I thought that was a pretty cool thing to do. And then you can actually see the gas cap going to the fuel line, the fuel field. going into the. Yeah, this is how it came out. Little amp and speakers, you can see them through the back with the roll cage detail going also down the back window. Yeah.
Jesus had long hair, a mustache, and beard. Jesus was originally depicted as clean-shaven and having short hair. It wasn't until hundreds of years after death that the long hair and beard was added.
This is how it came out. I'll go ahead and try and open up the top for you. But like I said, the gas cap is removable. I'll do that at the end if I remember.
What does this mean for the Shroud of Turin? If that is indeed historically accurate.
The Shroud of Turin is like a sheet.
And there's the inside to reveal that powerful NAS car.
Many people believe that this was the shroud put on Jesus when he was brought to the cave after the crucifixion.
Yep.
Besides having long hair,
Got the seat belts up in there.
predicts the original clean-shaven Jesus.
See if I can get a little more light.
Was a man close to 6 feet tall. The average Jew in those days was closer to 5'4".
See if you can guess this religion. December 25th, a Savior is born. And
You can see the seat belts in there.
It was
Your seat belt clasp and
gifts of gold.
roll cage, fire extinguisher. That's a fuel line going across the floor over there. Try and keep the light a little closer now. This is where the detail really is. Also, I put a headliner up in there. I was going to do a little more detail, but that's all I want to do for this car. I did so much detail on the bottom. I think this is where the detail lies. At the top is, that's for one thing. It's really, really nice, but there's a lot of detail up in here. The muscle aspect of it is what I really like. It's just fully detailed. The motor is it's just fully plumbed. Just a nice stock and clean stock NASCAR, however it's supposed to be. I just plumbed it. So, and the fuel lines, man, I have the fuel line. It goes all the way from that. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit.
the same as the description of Mithraism. Mithraism preceded Christianity by 1,000 years, and it ran side by side with Christianity for several hundred
Okay,
years.
that's scratch built that optimal battery, and then the main power cords will be going through the floor to wherever they're supposed to be, and that's the fuel line coming from the fuel cell, and that's the fuel line that leads to where the gas cap filler is. That clear line, that's actually some type of air line that regulates the fuel when it's actually going through the fuel pump. So yeah, and that's the amp, and that amp is wired also directly to that scratch built little optimal battery that I did. And
In fact, you could go back
yeah,
centuries with
the woofers in the back. That's a little blower right there. Some type of rear blower for the rear axle system. Up under the bottom, there's even a transmission on the a separate smaller transmission on the axle up underneath. But yeah, the fuel line will go through the floor. It'll clamp there. Then it'll go under there. It actually has another clamp. It'll go through the floor there. And then there it is. It'll come out of the firewall. It'll come up front. And then, let me zoom out a little maybe. And then, yeah, that's it right there. It'll go right into the fuel pump. Maybe I can point at it a little bit. That line will run all the way through, and then it'll go right here into the top of the fuel pump. Wait a minute, my camera's off. And then from the fuel pump, you'll see the red connector That'll come up to the fuel line, to the little fuel block right here. That'll feed both sides of the carburetor. So yeah, that's fully lined. That line is fully built with the braided line on there also. But yeah, you can actually see it. It'll go right. Every hose is going where it's supposed to be going. It's wired up basically. Not gonna hold up too much on that. That's the brake booster line going into the reservoir back there. Those are the brake lines. And see, the dashboard is detailed up with the tach and all that stuff, with the radio, seat belts. It's just nice and clean and stock how it's supposed to be. Just a couple of extra hinges. Like I said, the hinge is trunk. The trunk has a suicide hinge on it and everything. And I'll show you up under the bottom. Under the bottom, there's the brake lines.
There are tales in the Old Testament for which there should be a large amount of
They'll go all the way up, and they're connected. They'll go to each wheel, one going there, one going there. Yep. All that stuff is connected. I built a little splitter right there where it'll have the hoses will run to each tire. You can see it running down the frame of that rear axle. That's that little transmission gear that I was telling you about down there. It has an extra transmission on the gear. Some type of NASCAR racing stuff. That's the drive line protector, and then everything's detail painted. And I took a little detailed piece of foil type of wrapping, and I wrapped it around the transmission like a heat shielding. I actually had the transmission painted up in a pretty nice silver, but I really like the detail, like putting that wrapping around it. It gave it a more of a, like it's been high performance looked at or something. I like it. I wrapped it. I did it. It's my idea. I like it. But yep. And all the screws and all that stuff is did and painted detail. Got some paint right there some kind of way. I tried to get it off, but I didn't want any thinner to run down on my rim. Those are a part of my scratch built brake system. I scratch built the brakes too. I did all that stuff up in there. But yeah. That's how the car came out. Just wanted to show you guys that video. I hope I got everything. And like I said, I was going to take the gas cap off, but it looks like it came off itself. So, let's see if I can get that on. Just a second.
As far as the New Testament, there are things which should be known. As an example, Joseph of Arimathea, another key figure in the New Testament. Arimathea has never been found.
We ought to be able to find these things. And Frank Zengler has researched other places, Bethany, Bethlehem, and so on, and they also mentioned the
Alright, that's Eddieblcc. Thank you to all my subscribers. You guys stay posted on the block. But like I said, this was a cool little NASCAR build. Little detail. That's how it looked with the top up. Yeah, you guys hit me up. Let me know what you think about it. The paint came out really, really wet. Put the Valvoline decal right there. I like it, and I got it to conform really, really good. So it looks legit. Nobody wants to use too many decals. Alright, that's it. That's Eddieblcc. Thank you, everybody. Hit me up and let me know what you think about the street legal NASCAR. Alright. Eddieblcc out.